Coming up today on Studio 13 Live.
Thank you all so much for taking me on this beautiful bike ride. Cheers to wine, to Washington.
We're taking you to beautiful Woodenville, where you can learn about an event where you can stay active and taste local wines.
Plus, TCO Tea House is giving us a taste of their new summer smoothies and a look at their handcrafted teas, street food, and Vietnamese donuts.
Then, is it the law or nah? We're chatting with legal experts to answer your questions about the law.
And we're learning how to make some sophisticated desserts with Water's Table, including their butterfly pea flower treat and London fog panna cotta. Studio 13 Live starts right now.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. It's happening all around, like sunshine through the clouds. I'm gonna make your day.
Hello, happy Wednesday. Thank you so much for being here with us today. I'm Carly Henderson.
And I'm Mireya Garcia. You know, today is National Cheap Flight Day. So if you've ever needed a sign to book that trip, you know, you could start looking a little bit today.
I like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope there's some on sale.
I know.
I'll take it.
Anytime, anytime. But let's get started with an update on this. Okay, Hollywood talent manager Scooter Braun.
Yeah, so we're learning more about why Ariana Grande, Demi Lovato, and others are looking for a new manager. Sources told TMZ Scooter is getting out of managing clients, period. Instead, he's going to be stepping up as CEO of Hybe America. That's a talent management company that's overseeing the Big Hit Entertainment label, which represents groups you might have heard of, like BTS. Oh. Scooter's career really took off in 2006 when he discovered Justin Bieber on YouTube.
Interesting.
Interesting. It feels a little bit like damage control, but I hope it's true. I hope it's nothing nefarious happening here. It's just a little strange why, like, Justin Bieber was saying, no, we're still working together like 2 days ago. And then now he's not managing anyone, period. It's a little evolving.
It is interesting. That's what we'll call it. It is evolving. I have to say, it does sound like damage control when you got this like litany of people that are saying peace out, and then you're like, well, actually, I'm the CEO of a new company. Although I guess it could be flip-flopped. It could be the last thing happened first, so we never know. All right. MTV has released the first round of performances for the 2023 Video Music Awards, and Demi Lovato, Karol G, Manskin, and Stray Kids, they're all going to take the stage. And Demi, by the way, a 14-time nominee, but this will mark her first return to the VMAs after 6 years. Now, when it comes to nominations, perhaps no surprise here, Taylor Swift leading the pack here with 8 noms, the ceremony airing live from New Jersey on September 12th. I'm very excited. This is usually one of the most fun award shows.
It's the best award show out there. There's so many fun performances. And the thing with the VMAs, you never know what's going to happen. And that's what everybody wants. It's like this live, exciting experience. I was surprised it's happening on a Tuesday this year. VMAs are almost always on a Sunday night, so that's a big change up. I'm not sure why, but I will definitely be watching. I'm sure we'll be breaking down all the performances, red carpet, all that good stuff, because what a good award show. All right, a little Jeopardy news for you. Mayim Bialik will not be taking the Celebrity Jeopardy podium in the upcoming season. So according to Variety, Edmonds native and Jeopardy legend Ken Jennings will be taking over her part of hosting duties while she continues to support the Hollywood writers' strike. So Mayim and Ken, they were named the show's co-hosts after Alex Trebek died. And for the first time ever, the upcoming season will feature rerun questions due to the writers' strike.
We have another interesting bit of news for you. The iconic show Frasier, which continues the story, of course, of Frasier Crane returning to his hometown of Seattle as a radio host. It's getting a reboot, okay? Kelsey Grammer will be returning as the titular character. And the show first, of course, debuted in 1993, ran for 11 seasons, so successful. The new series will focus on the next chapter of Frasier's life as he makes it back to Boston. Paramount Plus plans to air 10 new episodes. Still waiting to see if we're going to hear tossed salads and scrambled eggs again, though, you know.
We'll leave it at that. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill is widely considered to be one of the greatest albums of all time. This is actually celebrating its 25th anniversary this week. It makes me feel a little bit old, I'm not going to lie. And for that big anniversary, Lauryn has released a variety of tour dates to celebrate the 1998 album. So it's a 17-date tour that's going to take her all around the world from the U.S. to New Zealand. She's going to be stopping at Climate Pledge Arena on November 9th. That would be a really fun show to go to.
Absolutely. And we have a huge congrats, by the way, to tennis legend Serena Williams and her hubby Alex. They've welcomed their second baby into the world this week. In fact, Alex sharing the news on Instagram with a few little photos of the expanding family. How cute is that? I'm melting. So, of course, a new baby is a baby girl named Adira River. And Alex says, Mama and baby, they are healthy and happy. He even called Serena his GMOAT, which, you know, probably means greatest mother of all times. And we love to see it.
So cute. All right, fans are speculating what Angelina Jolie's new tattoos could mean. So her tattoo artist shared a very blurry photo of her tattoos on Instagram on each of her middle fingers. Ooh. So the artist captioned the picture asking fans to guess what she got. The leading theory among fans, a reference to her ex-husband, Brad Pitt. Now, the couple divorced in 2016. They've been involved in an ongoing legal battle regarding custody of their kids and shared winery. Keep those guesses coming.
Oh boy.
That feels like negative energy to me, though, to tattoo like a mean thing on your body, because then what if you get over it and you heal and you still have this like angry tattoo?
Yeah, and they do still share children together, though it's my understanding, because, you know, don't talk a whole lot to him, you know, based on entertainment news reports. But I hope it's something else. Maybe something more fun. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know. Here's hoping.
Here's hoping.
All right. Here's a bit of interesting news for you. Okay, so a security guard in Minneapolis who worked the Eras tour says that he actually was fired after asking fans to take some photos of him standing in front of Taylor Swift, okay? We're talking about Calvin Decker, and he says he applied for a job mostly to go to the concert. We've heard this story a couple times before, actually, but he was told to keep his eyes obviously focused on the crowd, not on Taylor. He went viral after a video of him singing Cruel Summer was spotted on TikTok, of course. So shortly after, Calvin says the Best Crowd Management, that's the name of the company, they fired him because he violated a rule that prohibited staff from taking photos with the performers. Though he did admit to asking people at the concert to take a couple photos of him with Taylor in the background, he says that he actually just gave them his number to a few of the sweet people that did help him and take some photos. He says he never actually stopped doing his job here. So a little bit of drama surrounding this. Should he have been fired?
Yeah, I don't know if he's the best person for the job of the security guard, to be honest. I totally get it. I would be so excited if Taylor Swift was standing behind me. I would want a photo of that too. But apparently he actually, on the second night when he was trying to figure out how to get a picture with her and realized she was going to be really close to him, he wrote his number on a piece of paper and said, please take a picture of me. He passed it out to people in the front row and then asked, had them text him the picture, which isn't like inherently wrong, but just comes across as a little bit unprofessional, don't you think?
I am inclined to agree with you, but it is like such a huge moment, and I know that so many people did this. Yeah. So it just seems like such a bummer that he's the one that's having to pay like the actual consequences. But you're right. Is it unprofessional? Yeah, it is.
That's true. Oh man. All right. You can now turn yourself into a Funko Pop. So Funko Pop, which is based out of Everett, it's letting fans create their own collectible. The process will let you pick from millions of customizations on the Funko site to really make it look like you. Each of these retails for $30. I think this would be the most fun gift to just surprise someone with.
It really would.
You know?
I'm like 90% sure Brian McMillan has one of these of himself.
So.
And I think it's super, super fun. But you're able to kind of get in there and try this out without necessarily needing to buy it first, in case you want to see if you want it or if it looks enough like you, which I think is such a fun thing to do.
It is. We tried it out this morning, so check that out on Studio 13 Live's Instagram because I think they kind of look like us.
I would say so. Yeah. I also shared it on Facebook. I feel like just check it out. Tell us if you think it looks like us and share your version with us. We want to see that. Definitely DM us or put it in the comments. I want to see everybody's little Funko Pop. It's fun.
It's fun.
All right. Well, a scientist at Stanford has realized that there is a perfect morning routine, and he is releasing this information at this point. He says that it'll actually make you better at everything. That's kind of a big promise, okay? So here are his rules to, be better at everything. First of all, wake up no later than 6:30 in the morning. All right, check. What about you? Check?
I'm down.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Then we take a walk for 10 minutes to soak up a little bit of natural light. Okay, sun's not up when I'm awake, but sure. Hold off on caffeine intake for at least 90 minutes after getting up, okay? Wow. Then you would drink water with some electrolytes, fast until noon. You've lost me. Do some form of physical exercise for about an hour. Do some sort of cold exposure, like an ice bath. Okay, so that's colder than your basic cold shower. And then if you're not, just exhausted after all that, then you can go ahead and start your day.
I was there for the first couple of those, but once we got to hold off on caffeine for 90 minutes, you lost me.
Yes.
And also not eating until noon. I'm going to need to have my food if I'm going to be working out,
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Coming up on Studio 13 Live, we are trying new summer smoothies with TCO Tea House. How to make their Cocoa Panda and Snow Bear drinks with fresh tropical fruit.
But first, we're checking in with TMZ on the latest update between Britney and the man that she wanted in jail over her conservatorship. That's coming up next. It is time to take a look at what is popping in celebrity news.
Yes, and for that, we are bringing in Branson Quirk from TMZ. Hi, I heard you have some family in Seattle.
I do, just outside of Seattle. Good to be here, guys.
Yeah, thanks for chatting with us. We have been staying up to date with the divorce drama between Britney Spears and Sam Asghari, and I actually hear Britney's considering reconciling with her dad now. What is the latest on that?
Well, honestly, this is just some shocking news that nobody really expected to hear. I mean, Britney is apparently considering reconciling this relationship with her father, Jamie Spears. And what we know right now is ever since the split with Sam about 3 weeks ago, Britney has been seriously considering repairing this relationship. And this is mainly due to Jamie Spears' downward spiraling health right now. He is going in for surgery on Friday for an infection that he developed. So what it's looking like is Britney might just be trying to reconcile this before things get worse. Maybe something might happen to him. She just doesn't want to live with that regret.
Wow, that's understandable. I feel like health problems really kind of make you rethink those relationships.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to this story now. Very interesting. So artists Big Sean and Janae Aiko, they filed a temporary restraining order against this creepy fan that just showed up at their home. What is going on here?
Well, this fan is absolutely nuts. Well, they're fearing for their lives right now. I mean, this creepy fan showed up to their home, to all of her events, to all of the other things that they go to. And I mean, this is just insane. This fan apparently got into an altercation with security in the neighborhood at their Palisades home, which was kind of the tipping point that got her to go to court and request this TRO. But right now, it's just, he's just a crazy guy who just wants to make contact with her. That's all that we know right now.
Man, what is going on this week? First, Drew Barrymore.
That's what I was just thinking.
Now them. I don't love it. I don't love it.
And I think the thing that makes it way more difficult is that, with social media and the internet, all you got to do is a medium Google search and you can kind of find where people are, which is super stressful.
Always post in not real time.
Yes,
that's my tip.
That is
Exactly.
Just wait a little bit.
Don't
wait a little
post your
bit.
address online.
Never. No. Good tips.
Never.
All right. Thank you so much, Branson. We appreciate you chatting with us today.
Thanks, you guys. Have a great day.
Yeah, we'll talk to you soon. All right, and don't forget, you can catch TMZ right here on Fox 13 weekdays at 7 p.m. Lots of good stuff coming up on the show. Still to come on Studio 13 Live, I'm going to be taking you on a little wine adventure in Woodenville, wine country. How you can take part in a really fun event that is coming up with Cascade Bicycle Club.
I love this. This is going to be a fun one to watch for sure. Okay, but first we're going to be trying some of the new smoothies at TCO Tea House, plus a look at their Vietnamese sesame donuts. Are you ready for this?
We're heading over right now. ASAP, baby.
It is time for Seattle Tips, where we highlight amazing drinks in our area, and TCO Tea House released some new summer smoothies on their menu, and today we're going to get to learn how to make them.
I am so excited for that. So we're going to be joined by Trang Nguyen and Hoa Lei. Welcome in. Thanks for being here.
Hi, nice to be here. Yep.
So exciting. We love a cute tea, love a fun drink, and TCO Tea House. It's located in Mukilteo. Tell us kind of all about what inspired you to start your business.
Yeah, so my parents has a Vietnamese restaurant on the same location for 11 years.
Oh.
And then last year, with the family, we decided to pivot to bubble tea shop. They getting older, but they still want to work. So I take over and then build something on top of that foundation. And then since we already been Mukilteo for so long, we want to build something that very community driven.
Yeah.
And that's what inspired TCO. Tea for bubble tea and co for community.
I love that.
Lovely.
Meaningful.
Wow. Okay, and I also love this idea that you're kind of going into the family business, but it's evolving. That's wonderful. And you have a great range of handcrafted drinks on the menu. So what kinds of drinks can people find there?
Yeah, so we actually have our drink is very curated. We only have 3 categories. So we have a smoothie. So you're gonna taste one of these, make with fresh tropical fruits, milk tea, traditional milk tea, and then handful of fruit tea. And then we have the whole snacks menu, street food menu.
Ooh.
I grew up in Vietnam, and then bubble tea and street food is combinations. But it's really hard to find a place that actually have both that here.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Well,
so
you made it all
growing up,
happen.
growing up, so you'd have both kind of hanging out. Okay.
Yeah, because the going here like coffee and pastry, right? The coffee is more like bitter, sweet is a thing. Sweet and salty is a combo too.
That's my favorite combo. And you released a new drink this summer, and you make it in a pretty unique way. I think we've got a video of the process, so kind of talk us through that.
Yeah, sure. So Coco Panda is the newest drink that we have. It's part of the pandan series. So pandan is a herbaceous plant, so we actually bought a plant here on this side for you to showcase.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's native in Asia, and then we take the plant, we extract it in-house, and then we add it into a variety of the applications. So I have a fruit tea, a milk tea, and a pandan crema.
Ooh.
So you're gonna be showcasing the Coco Panda, so that is the pandan fruit tea.
Beautiful. Okay, so that's the first drink we're going to try. Walk us through the ingredients you have here.
Yeah, sure. So we gonna have the coconut water. And then this is our in-house pandan extract. And then we're gonna add some sugar in it. And then the top layer is called butterfly pea. So that is that pretty blue layer on the top. And it is just like a herbal tea.
Oh, and that's beautiful. Little flowers.
Little flowers, yeah.
That's the thing that would get me to order the drink, to
I
be
know,
honest.
right?
If I saw it,
Big
I'd ask the
flowers.
person next to me, what is that? I want to get it. So,
Excellent. All right, so are we okay to try it?
Yes,
All right,
yep.
let's see here. We were just talking about, having to like strike the cup here. You ready?
So it's just hold 2 inches above, and then just go full stop at it.
One at a
we both
time or at
doing
the
it?
same time?
Oh, let's do the same
Same
time.
time, to do it same time.
1, 2, 3.
Why are you so dramatic about that?
Nothing splashing.
All right.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
It's very refreshing. There's no tea in it. It's the only non-caffeinated.
And there's, is it fruit down here?
it's aloe vera at the bottom.
Yum.
Yep, the whole drink is like very refreshing.
It really is. Yeah, that's amazing.
What are some other popular drinks you have on the menu?
Yeah, so we have, this is the snow bear right here. So that is made out of fresh lychee.
Ooh,
I love
yes.
I know I brought a lychee here in the jar, so you can like visualize what it looks like in its traditional form. This looks like this, like
Oh,
a
yeah, yeah, yeah.
skin on the
Yeah.
outside.
Now, I know that you are actually going to make one of the drinks. Is that the first one that we tried?
Yes.
Okay.
I would love to show you the process of
Beautiful,
it too.
let's
Okay,
do
let's
it.
do that before we move to the snow.
Okay, yeah.
Sounds good, Malama. Okay, so we have aloe vera at the bottom. And then this is coconut water. And then this is sugar, coconut water, so the customer can actually adjust the sugar level.
Oh,
to
okay. So
that's
you can
nice.
ask
Yep,
if you want to
can
add.
ask.
Okay.
And then this is very few drink that we can do zero sugar.
If you
in it.
want that.
If you want
Okay,
that,
yeah.
So,
I'll take a little sugar.
yep, and then coconut waters. And we're gonna add a little bit of the homemade pandan extract.
And how do you make that?
So we, there's a few process of how we make it. So we blend it out, and then we remove the fibers from the juice, and then that's when we let it sit for overnight. That's when it, the liquid have to sit through it. That's when
Sure.
we get this refreshed green color.
All right, so we're kind of seeing how it matches the one that's already made. We got the green, and now we need to add the butterfly
Yep.
pea flower, right? Is that right?
Yes, butterfly.
Wonderful.
I'm excited for this part.
Oh,
It's like a science experiment.
beautiful. Okay.
And what exactly is butterfly pea flower as you're doing?
It is the herbal tea on the top. That's a dry flower that I showcased earlier.
The little blue ones,
Yep, the
yeah.
blue one, and then we just soak it in hot water. That's when it extract out the blue layer colors. It doesn't add much of the flavor of the tea. It
Yeah.
just aesthetically look good.
Beautiful.
Very
Okay, so
cool.
we are running out of time, and I want to make sure we try these. What color do you
Yes.
want, Carly?
Ooh,
that's the
I'll go
fun
with
part.
the pink one.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
try the blue one. So
Okay.
what's Carly trying here?
Carly trying the freshly tea smoothie called Snow Bear. I know the
Ooh,
summertime, but
Snow bear.
and this is Peachaboo. So that's peach long milk tea with crystal boba at the bottom.
I would definitely
Oh
order
my gosh,
this.
this is so good. This is so good.
I love the lychee because you get to like chew it afterward too.
Oh, so yummy. Thank you both so much for hanging out with us and teaching us how to do this. And wow, that was very good. Okay, so we posted more information on TCO Tea House up on our website, fox13seattle.com/studio13live. And coming up, how do you get out of a timeshare? Okay, that's just one of the questions that our legal experts are answering today in Law or Not.
And up next, get your wine glasses ready because I'm taking you to beautiful Woodenville to teach you all about an event where you can stay active and try different wines along the way. We'll be right back.
Don't gotta wait today.
You know, I love that there are just so many ways to explore our beautiful area.
There really are. And what better way to get people on a bike than mix a little vino into the experience? You hear me?
Yeah.
So I found out about this beautiful group bike ride where you actually hit up a few wineries along the way. We are headed up to Woodenville to explore another great bike trail. We got the Honda Ridgeline, the bikes are on top. Come on, let's go. This truck's a really smooth ride, and I also really like that it's all-wheel drive, just in case, we ever need to do a little off-roading. Hey, Paul, Lee, Allison, good to see you.
Good to see you, Carly.
What are we doing today?
Well, we're going to go on the Sammamish River Trail, and we're going to go preview the Woodenville wine ride put on by Cascade Bicycle Club and go taste some wine at some of the wineries on our route.
Awesome. What's the first winery we're going to go to?
We're going to go to La Cole 41, and it's just a couple miles down the road.
Take me there. Let's do it. Cheers. So we made it to La Cole Winery. Love the vibes. Tell me all about what you guys do where you combine bike rides and wine.
Well, in Cascade, during September, we have 2 bike rides where we combine wine and biking. The Woodenville Wine Ride on September 10th and the Walla Walla Tour Light, which is September 29th through October 1st.
What can people expect from those?
At the Woodenville Wine Ride, we'll have about 700 people who'll ride.
Yeah.
It's a family-friendly event, mostly on paved trails.
Okay.
You'll stop at 3 wineries and we'll end at a brewery.
Awesome. So wine and beer. All right, this next winery wasn't too far away. Where are we now?
Montanore Estate.
Sweet. Let's get some vino. Delicious Pinot there. So if someone wants to go on the Woodenville wine ride, what kind of bike do they need?
Well, the bike they like to ride. It is a very flat, accessible ride that anyone can do. You can ride it on a single speed, a flat bar road bike, an adventure bike, or an e-bike. E-bikes are welcome on all Cascade rides.
beautiful bike ride. Cheers to wine, to Washington, and to great bike rides. Cheers. The Woodenville wine ride takes place September 10th, and it involves biking 20 miles of flat trails. $55 gets you 2 tastings, a full pour, and a food truck at the finish line. How great does that sound?
Oh.
We put some more info on our website at fox13seattle.com/studio13live. That was so fun.
It was so fun. You know, it's no secret I'm terrified of bikes, but it sounds like if I was going to do something, this would be it, because it's like flat and calm and peaceful.
And so social too. Like, what a cool way. I feel like so many people too are still trying to, get out there, meet more people and be active. So what a great way to join one of these awesome rides.
Oh my gosh, so fun. Yeah. Another great option to explore our area. All right, after a messy live reunion in April, the Seattle cast of Love is Blind is getting back together.
Yeah, so Netflix released a new trailer for the After the Altar special. We are certain it will be full of drama.
I think there's still a lot of tension.
I'm very sorry.
I don't care. I don't know how you deal with this man.
Can't help but ask what if.
Just say what you need to and go.
I have no clue what's going on.
Oh, snap. Wow. The reality stars take part in a flag football game, celebrations, and plenty of arguments. You know it. When the new trio of 40-minute episodes come to Netflix on September 1st. I am so excited for this. I was heavily invested in this.
You interviewed all these folks.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
I did. And I'm all, kind of the cool thing about the follow-up episodes of shows like this is sometimes the villains actually become likable, and I'm really curious if that will happen in this one too. Irina, famously, not the most, loved from the season due to a few missteps, but sometimes when they apologize and you see them grow and you see kind of things change, people end up liking them. That happened with the Bachelorette's Thomas, who went to Bachelor in Paradise, and now people love him again, but the story arc just really changes.
Interesting. You know what I'm looking forward to? Seeing that flag football game, because sometimes when they're mad at each other, maybe it gets a little physical.
Good excuse.
A rogue elbow, yeah. Hey, a new survey found tourists aren't the only ones who might need just a few pointers when it comes to finding the best sites in town. In fact, according to a new poll, more than half of adults are unfamiliar with historical landmarks in their own cities. Okay, so 2,000 adults participated in this survey. About a third couldn't name local places of interest in their own hometowns. Oh boy. More than half also unaware of notable sites near their own houses. And all I have to say to this is, well, you got us. We can help you.
Yeah. I would say too, go on an architecture tour, a walking tour or any kind of architecture tour you can get on. Those are so much fun. You can take notes on your phone if you're a nerd like me and want to remember all these facts for when people come to visit you, because it's kind of impressive to tell people, and this is what this building is, and this is what this one is. So I love an architecture tour.
That is so fun. It's like an interesting way to go about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay.
So fancy. All right. If you and your partner don't go to bed at the same time, you might want to start. So a new study found that couples who go to bed at the same time are generally happier than those who don't. The study says it really doesn't matter if you're just laying in bed together or if you're watching TV, talking, or even just both scrolling through your phones. Been there. Researchers say that couples who go to sleep at different times reported less satisfaction in their relationships, and they feel less connected to their partners.
Look. I don't care what this says. Absolutely not. Sometimes that doesn't work for you.
Yeah.
I mean, we work weird schedules. I have a kid that needs tending to, and my husband takes care of that. And I would say, here's what I would say. Do what works for you. And I can promise you one thing, because I remember those newborn days. They weren't that long ago. If you're well rested, you are happier. If you are both miserably sleep deprived, but you're around each other at the same time, it's not going to be very fun.
Yeah, quality over quantity. I guess we'll go with that.
Say, yeah.
I feel like, me dragging my partner to bed when I go to bed at my early bedtime I feel like he'd be more unhappy from having to lay there. I do know couples who have done that, who've worked these early schedules, and both of them, are in bed together. But I don't know. It just seems like you do your own thing, and we'll catch up on the weekends.
Absolutely. Hey, Hey, another study here found 4 in 5 people might be what they're calling kidults. Okay, kidults, still looking to hold on to their childhood favorites. I totally get this though, okay? More than half of adults say that they would buy things that their parents never let them have, or maybe they couldn't buy them as a kid. And this could be anything from video games to clothes or even snacks. 3/4 say that they just feel this sense of nostalgia when buying something from their childhood. That kind of warms my heart, honestly.
I know, that's really cute. Is there anything that your parents like wouldn't let you have that now you love having? Like for me, it was soda. And I really started liking it for a while. Now I'm kind of off of the soda. But is there anything like that that's like still has that allure?
My parents were very generous in my childhood, but they did have normal parent rules where you like couldn't have, for instance, big fan of snow cones, like the biggest fan of snow cones. And I couldn't have one like every day because that's not a reasonable request. But I went through a period where like I would have a snow cone every day.
Okay.
Every day when I had my own dollar bills.
You had to, and it really only cost like $2 anyway.
So it was fine, but I don't know what it is.
Up to do.
Yeah, I did.
All right, it's time now for a little blast from the past because your kids might actually be able to get Lunchables from school soon. So the company that makes them has adapted them to meet federal guidelines for the National School Lunch Program. They will be available at some schools starting this fall. The kits are being pitched as an easy way to serve students and save on labor. The company says that Lunchables are now more nutritious, adding whole grains, extra protein, and cutting saturated fat. I don't know, still pretty processed. It's barely food.
It is.
You ask me.
I will say, like, if the nutrition is on point, I mean, like, honestly, I've seen kids eat dirt, like, but to me, the bigger concern is that we're just constantly trying to cut out labor, you know what I mean? And it always kind of starts in these sorts of service jobs where people are just trying to get rid of other people, and that's the thing that bothers me more. Yeah. All right. Hey, bringing a baby home, that can change your life a whole lot, but even the life of our 4-legged fur kids, okay? So the video that we want to show you here was taken by Mackenzie Milano. Blew up online, okay? You see, you see it there? That's her dog, Leo, just chilling on the couch with what appears to be her 2-month-old baby girl's pacifier in his mouth. And we've seen this happen I've seen these videos a lot on the internet, dogs and babies. And experts think that there could be a jealousy component here with the new baby in the family. So, a little extra love for the pets is certainly appreciated. He's like, whatever, man.
It's very cute. I just am nervous that the dog's going to choke on that pacifier.
Well, and you know what? That's the big thing because it is very, very cute. Yeah. But I've also seen stories where, some dogs have to have surgery because they have too many of those in their tummy.
Or maybe someone doesn't realize that the pacifier has been in the dog's mouth and they give it to the baby.
Yeah, that's also not good. All right. Still ahead on Studio 13 Live, Water's Table is giving us a look at their seasonal, very fancy desserts, including ones with blueberry and lavender ice cream.
Yes, but first, it is time for Law or Nah. Our legal experts are stopping by to answer some of your burning legal questions right after the break. It is time for Law or Nah, where we have our legal experts answer some of your questions about the law.
Oh, I love this. Okay, and for that, we are joined by Donnie and Ken with the Advocates Law Firm. Hello, friends.
Hello. Hi, guys. Welcome back.
Happy to be here.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I hope you felt the love with that. Yeah,
we did.
All right, we have some scenarios for you, okay? Are you ready? All right, so this one is from one of our viewers who wants to know, look, pretty simple. How do I get out of a timeshare? So how is it that one would go about doing this?
I'm still surprised that people end up in these.
No, really?
Yes. There was a study that 85% of people that get into timeshares regret it. You can't get 85% of people to agree that water is wet. I just don't know how, but okay, if you get into one of these things, the first thing you got to do is check the contract. Sometimes there's a way out in the contract. It's rare, but sometimes it's there. And then it also depends on when and how you got it. So if it happened within the last week in Washington, there's a rescission period where you can just give it back and get your money back. That would be great.
Yeah.
If you catch it in 7 days.
Yeah, but typically you do this at the start of a vacation and it's too late. So
By the end.
Goodness.
Yeah.
So if you can't get out of it, is there any kind of option where you could resell it on another market?
Okay.
So that's one choice. Before you do that, I would call the company, and you want to ask for the person that deals with the things they call deed backs or surrenders, where you give it back to them and they don't give you any of your money back. You're not getting your money back. That's gone. But maybe you can get rid of it by just giving it back to them.
Super important to ask for deed back or surrenders, though, because if you talk to somebody else, they're probably an individual that is really good at selling and can actually upsell you on what you're trying to get rid of.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
that would be a nightmare.
Oh, it happens all the time, where you're trying to get rid of it and they can get you to drop another 15 or 20 grand.
So we got to be ready. We have the info.
Yes.
We got to be ready.
Be on your toes.
And then there's these companies that will try to get you out of it. They'll say, give us $15,000 and we'll get rid of the timeshare. And then you take the $15,000 and the company just goes away. So don't do that.
Don't do that either.
They're worse. You get taken advantage of again.
Yes.
Wow.
All right, let's get into another scenario here. So someone said, there's a man at my work who's been fired for repeatedly pushing and threatening another employee when he's applying for jobs. And then these people call me. Am I allowed to tell them that he was fired for being violent repeatedly? Or am I only allowed to say that he is not rehireable?
Oof.
That's a tough one.
If this was me, I would not touch this with a 10-foot pole without talking to an employment lawyer.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I did HR for a while when we were much smaller. Not my favorite job for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Haven't experienced this, but if I did get a reference request for an individual that was violent and dangerous while they were at my firm, I would be concerned that they might be violent and dangerous after.
Right.
So I would want to get advice first before talking to anyone.
Yeah, I mean, how much of his violent history can you sort of legally discuss?
Yeah, well, so there is a liability immunity for employers in Washington state and most states, so you can discuss job performance. Anything that's not misleading is technically safe for you to discuss. I wouldn't probably discuss anything prior to the employment at your firm. So like anything that person dealt with, before coming to your company, I probably wouldn't disclose. But anything that happened while they were there, I think is fair game to discuss. But be careful and talk to somebody before you do so.
Okay, so here's the thing I'm wondering about. Say something that happens down the line, they've been hired somewhere else. Are you liable in any way if you didn't say anything?
There's a chance. So that's why it's really important to talk to a lawyer. First of all, make sure you're the person that should be answering these questions, not just doing it. But yeah, that's why you need to talk to a lawyer, because what if they do something there and you knew about it but didn't tell them about it? And at the very least, if you're going to do rehireable or not rehireable, you can say it in a way that doesn't say it. It's like
You can say a lot by saying a little.
Right?
Oh,
Very nice.
I need to learn how to do that.
Like definitely not rehireable versus absolutely would rehire.
Yeah.
Okay, we have one more scenario for you here. Okay, so it says 3 years ago, I was pulled over, issued a speeding ticket. I was under the impression my parents paid for the ticket to help me out. I was short on cash at the time. However, my mother was cleaning out their office and found a notice of failure to appear, a letter from 2020. It said that there was an arrest warrant out for me from a different state. Do I have to hire a lawyer to enter a plea? Is the notice mean it's too late? Can I pay the ticket? What are the fees accrued? So this is apparently the first time this person is learning about this, and they're pretty nervous.
So the short answer is don't ignore it. Just call up the court. They'll do some sort of thing that will allow you to pay over time, and it'll go away. But you don't need a lawyer for that, but you definitely need to call and don't ignore it because it's a crime.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh man, thank you so much for bringing all the knowledge to us today.
Good.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk to you again, Donnie and Ken from The Advocates. All right, be sure to send us your questions on social media. We will get them answered. Just find us at Studio 13 on Fox.
Oh, this was so great.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for that. Okay. Coming up, we are learning how to make some elevated desserts with Water's Table at Hyatt Regency in Renton, including their London Fog Panna Cotta. Yum.
Yeah, and don't forget, if you missed anything from today's show, you can find it all on our website. Just head to fox13seattle.com/Studio13Live.
Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today.
We got stunning views. We got delicious food. Water's Table utilizing ingredients from local farms in their pastries and desserts. And today we're going to learn how to make some very sophisticated treats from their menu.
Yes, and for that we are joined by Chef Amy Tung and Chef Brittany Martin with Water's Table and Hyatt Regency Lake Washington events. Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us. I love desserts. I'm so excited to talk about this with you. Not only do you create desserts for the restaurant, but you also offer them in the sip lounge and the coffee shop. Tell us kind of about your in-house pastry team and tell everyone about what kind of different desserts you offer at your different locations.
So with different restaurant and outlet experience, we tailor it to that specific location. So for the market, we have more grab and go, brownies and cookies baked in-house. When for sip, it's more of a small bite. So we do churros and cheesecake. And for our Water's Table restaurant, and this is the dessert we have.
Nice. I do love a tasty dessert, especially if it makes you feel a little fancy. I know you have seasonal menus and you source your ingredients from local farms. So talk to us a little bit about how it is that you get inspiration for these dessert items.
For each season, I like to draw inspiration, like you said, from our seasonal ingredients. We get our blueberries from Mr. Greenman, from Pure Lip, and then the other half of the menu, I kind of like to take the vibe of our hotel. It was staycation vibe, so it's more of a tropical kind of flavor profile, and then we always try to include a vegan gluten-free option for those that can't really enjoy any product.
Yeah, I love the inclusivity there. So let's get started. What are we making first?
So first one we're doing is the violet, which is on our current menu. It's a blueberry confluti, but of course you can do any fruit that you like for different seasons. And then it's topped with a lavender deceased cream.
Ooh. All you had to say is lavender.
Yeah.
I'm down.
So here's a little bit of cream if you like to try while I plate.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
There's
a little
spoon.
There's a little tiny spoon.
Little
for
baby
you,
spoon.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of subtle. And then we put on this blueberry tuile. Some tuile batter.
Okay.
You like to spread it.
And so we spread this into the mold? Is that what
And then we
happens
bake
here?
it. And
how's this for an amount?
oh, it's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just fill it.
So you do these, and then I'm guessing you let it kind of harden so it'll
So we bake them.
Oh, wow.
bake them. Okay.
How pretty.
Isn't that nice?
I've never gotten a dessert that looked like that before.
You have to come to our restaurant.
Yeah, that's right.
That's so pretty.
And then just a few blueberries from our local farmer.
Oh, that's beautiful. And you know, you're obviously seeing here how gorgeous these desserts are right here. And what's super exciting is that you also do custom cakes for weddings and for other kinds of celebrations. Tell me about that.
So without banquet or
The convention.
space, we can host up till
1,500 people in our largest grand ballroom.
wow.
It's amazing. You get lakeside views. So
Nice.
it doesn't feel like you're in the city, which is great.
Yeah.
Sure.
Can we try these? Of course. I'm like shaking my fork. I'm so excited. Okay. And what is the blue on the bottom here?
So it's a butterfly pea flour that we steeped, and I also brought it of the tea. We can play a little experiment.
I love
does
this.
react with acidity.
Okay.
So if you like to put some lemon juice in it,
Ooh.
change the color.
This is fantastic.
Do I just pour it in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go slowly.
Here we go. Here I go.
Science experiment, I'm telling you.
sciencing.
Whoa! That's so cool.
Wow.
And it's very versatile. You can use this obviously in boba tea, which we saw, but
Yeah.
desserts, you can also put it in cocktails.
Yeah.
It's a very trendy ingredient right now.
I feel trendy. Okay.
Yeah. Let's talk about this next dessert. You know, it's inspired from the London Fog drink. So give us the scoop about it.
It's inspired by her. She loves
Okay. Hello.
I try to
make sure that she has something to eat sometimes. So it's steeped in tea, and then we set it. Yeah, and it has a vanilla chantilly on top, which I have a little bit here.
Okay.
And a pipe one.
Okay.
Okay.
And what's amazing is the London fog. I don't know if you guys had it. It's an Earl
Yes.
Grey that has lavender in it.
Ah. So that's kind of nice if you've already had your amount of caffeine for the day and you still want to go out for a cute coffee or something like that. Coffee, tea.
A little pick me up without the jitters.
Yeah.
Am I hired?
Yeah. And we have a lavender gluten-free crumble. So those are.
Oh, it's gluten-free crumble too.
that's
that's
nice.
fun.
Place it however much you like. It's just
Crumble it up, sis.
How much crumble do you want, Harley?
I usually
Give me all
like
the
a
crumble.
decent amount.
I like
You- a
texture, so give it to
texture,
me.
yeah.
Just drench it in crumbles.
Let me crumble it up for you here. Oh, this is so fun. And what did you say this is made out of? I'm sorry.
It's a gluten-free flour.
Okay.
Mostly like rice flour, and then we have a dry lavender.
I'm spilling.
Great.
I lost my job. All right.
Can we try it? Okay.
All right. We don't drink this, right? Do we use a little spoon?
Oh yeah, I got some.
Or you can try.
Good call, Mireya. Not me thinking, how am I going to make this thing that's jiggling into a drink?
Panna cotta.
Okay, cool. Got it.
Okay.
Mmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
that texture. That's good.
Yum.
Perfect dessert for
Yeah.
fall.
It really is.
Yeah.
It was all featured in our in our convention menu.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. That's
So we can
awesome.
tailor to your needs. If
Yeah.
You put it on the menu.
What do you think? Enough crumble in
I
there for
love
you?
it. Perfect. A+. What are these over here?
So this is the clafoutis we can make. Viewers can make them at home.
Oh,
for
fun.
summer version. So you can either warm, either cold, top with a cream or ice cream, however you like to.
Ooh, that is really fun.
Should we try that too?
Yeah, girl, get in there.
You can try it with the whipped cream. That way.
Oh yeah.
okay.
You want to pipe us some whipped cream?
Let
real
me
quick?
just right
Let's
here.
Pipe it. You're already hired.
Bam, I'm hired. I'm hired.
Oh my gosh, I love this. This is so cool.
This is so good. Okay, so, again, we want to say it's never too early to be thinking about the holidays. Hyatt Regency has a big old Thanksgiving celebration in the Grand Ballroom, and you, too, are, of course, a big part of that. What can people expect? We do only have about 10 seconds.
Think of Thanksgiving on steroids. It's all the classic fan favorites that we have, and then even more, all in that beautiful ballroom.
Oh, thanks so much, everybody. Have a great one.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. It's happening all around, like sunshine through the clouds.